Alright, here we go. This guy's really high up on the ladder. He's at 1586, wow. I want to start off this video by saying I really appreciate how many people recognize me by the name when they're playing on ladder. It means a lot, and lately I've been kind of grumpy because school and stress and all that. But, you know, stuff like this does really brighten up my day, so thank you guys very much. And I'm sure I'll forget all about that in half an hour when stuff has happened. But yeah, alright, he's got a good team. Oh, I keep expecting there to be a Magnezone alongside a Bronzong, but there's not, so that's nice. That's definitely helpful. Unfortunately, my Magnezone is not magnetized because I'm running Specs here. But I'm going to lead off with Breloom because it's pretty safe. Yeah. And I'm going to go for Toxic just because there's no sense in protecting, and now I can actually do something to Celebi. So that's a good start. Yeah. At the beginning of the laddering, then I'm always at my most alert, and I slowly deteriorate. Anyway, not sure what kind of Celebi this is. Probably some sort of nasty pass thing to Latios or Keldeo. That's generally what it runs. So I'm not sure what it might use yet. I'm going to say Ferrothorn's a pretty safe bet. There's the pass. I'm going to go to Latios now. Well, that's not great, but yeah, because if he passes, then he can just go to T-Tar, so I don't really have a great answer either way. So what I might do is, yeah, I'm going to go to Slowking, because if he BPs and he goes to T-Tar, I can just Dragon Tail it out. And my Slowking's bold with max defense, so it can take T-Tar's hits nicely and regenerate them. And hopefully that's not Calm Mind, because that would suck. Luckily my Ferrothorn is max special defense. Oh, he's Trick. Okay. Scarf. Ooh, wish I had protected. But that's, you know, that could have been a lot worse. I'm going to have to make use of my... I'm going to have to get up hazards and then use my Slowking to Dragon Tail that Celebi out. So I'm still hitting everything really hard with Gyro Ball, so I'm going to do that. Oh, that sucks. Well, at least I chunked him a lot. And he's got... Well, I'm doing a lot of damage, and I don't think he's going to be recovering it all that nicely. Yeah, I think that Latios had a very feasible chance of being Calm Mind, Recover, Dragon Gem, which is why I didn't want to protect and, you know, make it even worse potentially. But Calm Mind, Dragon Gem, and Scarf Keldeo. But now I think Keldeo's going to not be choiced, so I'm doing a lot of damage. So he's really playing with fire here. Yeah, sorry about it. Well, I mean, I guess he did crit my Pharaoh, but I don't know. I was doing a lot of damage. He might have... Well, I could have pivoted to my Scarf Latios. I don't know. Either way, I got lucky there. Now, luckily enough, my Slowking being so resilient to... Okay, that's Specs. Or maybe not, because my... No, I don't think that's Specs. My Slowking has, like, no defense whatsoever. So... Or no special defense. So... It could just be E-Belt. Oh, no, it's definitely Specs. Wow. Forgot how naturally bulky Slowking is. Great. Okay, so that makes pivoting around it really easy. And now I actually have a pretty free switch to this thing, yeah. Get up those Crocs. He might even switch in fear of a strong U-turn, or recover. I don't see him nasty plotting is the thing. And I get to see if he's faster or slower. And I think it's not very unrealistic that the Celebi would be slower than a 303 speed Lando, because this is supposed to outspeed max Excadrill. And because Celebi would want to have a lot of bulk to pull off its defensive pivot abilities as best as possible. So, alright, so now Zong is in, and that brings Pharaoh in, which is nice, because I can Leech Seed here, because I imagine it's either Celebi or Excadrill. Yeah, and I don't really mind Celebi coming in with Rocks Up, and I do like chipping Excadrill a lot. So I'm going to Leech again, just because I feel like the spin is so inevitable. Freeing himself of rocks and... Yeah, that's also a very realistic possibility. But Now I think the spin is coming. Yeah. So now I'm going for those rocks because if he stays in Toxics, then that's, fine. Alright, now I'm going for my... Maybe I'll have to chip down the Zong with my zone next time. Actually, he's not obligated to set up rocks anymore, so we can probably EQ fairly safely. But I also have Ferrothorn to switch to, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, so at least I got the rocks back up. So now he could Sword, he could Hidden Power, he could switch to Tar. Breloom is fairly expendable, so I don't mind it necessarily taking a Sword. And good lord, that does a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna... Keldeo, Specs versus... Breloom, Max, Spadef. Okay, so 50. Yeah, I'm 100% out of range. So I am. Shit, I should have gone for Toxic because that permanently cripples Keldeo, and is fine against Celebi. So I'm going to Lando here. Yeah, okay, I am faster. Eat the Psychic for a decent chunk, but now I know he's Psychic. So Slowking does wall it really, really hard, so I can switch it in safely. Yeah, I'm not totally afraid of T-Tar, but I'm not crazy about the idea of just switching it right in if I don't need to. So that's great, actually. That's perfect, because my zone is Specs, and that means I can chip it with the Specs Volt Switch. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go right back to Lando on the EQ, and now U-turn. And now I'm not going to calc because I know that Bronzong cannot KO with -1 EQ against Zone. So now he's got to do something like switch to Excadrill. And yeah, see, that's completely fine by me. I really want to go to the Zone because I think he's specially defensive, but I'm just going to go to this thing. Yeah, Toxic means, definitely on the far bulkier side. And not on the offensive side, which would make me think, alright, he's, really tanky. And... Do I want Sand? I mean, Sand would chip at Keldeo, but it would also chip at Slowking and Breloom, so I'm not sure yet. Same time, I don't like the idea of Dragon Tail. The first thing that's going to happen is... No, he could just Psychic. Yeah, I don't want to go to Latios just yet. Doesn't feel necessary. I could have even EQ'd against that Zong. That would have been feasible, but... No matter. Let's see. I'm going to Slowking here. I'm going to Scald. Just in case Tar decides to come in. Because I don't want to reveal my Dragon Tail yet. I want to get it on a pass. He could just Detail again. Or he could just pass again. But what is he passing to? Yeah, actually, matter of fact, I'm just going to Scald because... Like, what's he passing to that I really fear? Because if he goes to Keldeo on my Slowking, then, that's fine. I just protect on it and... Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to risk a +4 thing. Alright, that's great. Yeah. Great. Some chip, and Celebi comes back in. Wonderful. Yeah, Slowking's awesome. So I'm just going to... There's the burn. And now we're in an interesting position. So you know what I can do? I can threaten him with Magnezone, because... T-Tard, the only thing that really wants to switch into Flash Cannon is Excadrill, and it doesn't want to necessarily take an HP Fire. So, I mean, I could just see him staying in and, like, Nasty Plotting or something and bringing in Keldeo for free. So, actually, I'm going to Volt Switch. That is my move, because if Excadrill comes in, big deal. And I don't want him Nasty passing to Keldeo on my... scouting my Specs Flash Cannon or HP Fire and then Nasty passing to Keldeo. I don't think that's as necessary. I don't think I need to give him that opportunity, so I'm just gonna Yeah, Volt Switch. I mean, even if he goes to Exca here, then that's not a huge deal. Oh, and, you know, that's fantastic. I mean, a Flash Cannon would have been great, but, I mean, that's just terrific. So, now I get to... I can't... No, he's not going to be Scarf T-Tar. So now the question is, what does he go to against my Lando? And is the potential guessing game worth the risk? And can I better bypass that by going to Breloom? And then Celebi comes in and we have this whole Slowking thing. I gotta say, I think Lando has definitely got bigger upside. So I don't think I really want to stay in to get Pursuited. Yeah, perfect. Or to get Ice Beamed, rather, in case he's like Shuka Ice Beam or something dumb. And now I get to just Volt Switch back out. And go to... Now, here's a question of what I go to, because Magnezone being locked into a move is a little too exploitable here. So, question it... I think it's Breloom, mainly because Breloom can... Breloom invites in Celebi, and to do anything, Celebi needs to Nasty Plot. And even if he goes to T-Tar, then I can deal with that. Matter of fact, weakening T-Tar is great because... So Flash Cannon. Actually, no. Now I'm going to Magnezone again. Now I really don't need it as much. So that's great. Eating Psychic, and now I think I can spam HP Fire. Yeah, that's... Yeah, he couldn't do that before when he was Toxic. God, that does nothing. Okay, well, I don't really mind if he goes to T-Tar, because that's more Rocks Chip and more, you know, HP Fire Chip. I mean, hell, I might just stay in with Magnezone and keep beating it down, and just to make sure it's not going to do anything to Slowking. So yeah, I mean, I'll take this, absolutely. I don't really need this. And I don't want to risk switching Loom or T-Tar, or Lando into a Fire Blast. So, I mean, fine by me. And now I get to EQ freely, because nothing comes into it. I mean, he's got to force me out with Keldeo now, and then what does he do to punish the Slowking switch? I mean, hell, I can even sack Ferrothorn, just to make sure I don't get HP Grass, and if he swords, then that's fine. That is great. That is really great. So now if he's going to that... No, I'm going to Power Whip, just because... Good. Forced... Actually, now I go to Latios and I trick my Scarf. Yeah, and this guarantees that something gets messed up. Yeah, I will take the Scarfed Excadrill all day long. I'm going to Ferrothorn now because it punishes Spin and it gets a Spike back up. And I don't really fear either switch. Because now I go to Slowking and I Dragon Tail without any fear of the T-Tar. T-Tar these days run very little attack. They're all about bulking themselves out to handle Latios and Zam and Thundurus. So that's why I'm confident in my Slowking's ability to generally take on T-Tar. I would prefer it if I could fit an Excadrill onto this team, because it really allows it to shine with Regenerator and shrugging those hits off. But yeah, even without it, it does really well. So, and Protect on Slowking is something that's not easy to fit. Okay, he's HP Ghost, not HP Grass. So, once again, going for Toxic because it permanently ruins Keldeo, and, well, it normally would. It permanently ruins Keldeo and hits Celebi better than Drain Punch. So now I'm going to Spike again. And even if he locks into EQ, then I'm going to just take my 2 spikes and then go to Lando and collect another KO. And at this point, should be pretty much a done deal. You know, hopefully I don't have a massive brain freeze at the end. That would be disastrous. So, good start to the day. So now we get 2 layers of spikes, because if you spin and die to Iron Barbs or Rocky Helmet, you don't clear the hazards. So, 2 layers of spikes generally aren't great, but, you know, I wouldn't say no to them. Okay, now we're in an interesting situation, because Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I can't phase the Celebi as a last Pokemon, but I don't think it can also shrug off a U-turn and, Latios at this range. So, yeah, it was a little too low to eat the Toxic, for Breloom to be able to hit it with a Toxic, but you know what? I'll take it. So, as for the ladder, yeah, I was planning my next video to be the Sandvale ban. Okay, not the Sandvale ban. The result of the Sandvale vote, which is ongoing right now, in advance. And then, I have some time today before I have to get back to work, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like doing some more laddering. So I think this new thing where if I feel like laddering, then I will, and if I don't, I won't. So I think that's best for all parties. Anyway, I did some offline laddering in class, so I got Bubastis a little higher on the Gen 4 ladder, and then I played on my other account, the 30 Rock one, and we were 2 and 3, and then Baihai, that bastard, overtook us both. I love Baihai, he's a great player, so... yeah, so I don't know where we are on Gen 5, but I have to imagine we're pretty high up now. I'll start looking for games. Yeah, I also decided to add some more teams to the repertoire, so I wasn't just scrolling, and to name them, so I'm not just scrolling through Untitled's. That was... yeah, that was confusing. Okay, Cadenze. Let's see, where are we in black and white? It's updated because Jim Halbert was higher. Classic Tuna, am I right? So, oh yeah, we're 33, so... alright, yeah, the lack of a grass on this edit of ZF's team means that Rotom is a pain. But it's doable, especially because he has no Spinner or Toxic Spikes Absorber, so he's insanely weak to T-Spikes. And he leads off with Garchomp, so good move. I should have let off with Politoed. Yeah, that was a better move because it's good against... what's it called? Well, I live in EQ, I'm pretty sure. Yep, T-Spike's down. Perfect. If it's Poison Heal Loom, it's annoying, but it's still worth it for Politoed, Garchomp. Actually, no, now that I think about it, it's not that worth it. But I also don't really need Go for Rocks. Great. I will take the potential burn. Okay, fine. He's got a very mid-range team. Scarf Scizor outruns nearly everything. So, I actually have to... my own Politoed is actually going to be super useful here. Yeah, I should have led with that. That was a very dumb move from me. On the bright side, he doesn't really have a great answer to Keldeo at all. So I'm just going to go to that now and just go for an Icy Wind. Hopefully he stays in and is not Yachi Berry. And doesn't go to Rotom. Great. Alright, well, that was a not great start at all. But it could have been a lot worse as well. So, I've also got a Fighting Gem on this set. This is something I was experimenting with this summer. This Keldeo variant, and... ooh, that's a pain. Yeah, I think I gotta sacrifice Scizor and then go to Thundurus. Luckily, oh, it's not even, okay, it's physical. Well, luckily he has no electric resist besides Breloom. Well, I don't have Rain Up, but this is a very physically defensive Thundurus. It's a set that subs on Bulky Jirachi and Ferrothorn. So, yeah, Thundurus should be ripping his team. Something is gonna drop here. I have to assume... I think he's going to sack Politoed just because, Politoed is not... Politoed just gets the rain and not much else in a lot of games. I think Politoed's defensive qualities are underrated, but... oh, he's going to throw away the Metagross. That's helpful. Yeah, that's... wow, that is bulky. Alright, come on. Come on. Hit. And then we are good. I can't... yeah. In a tenuous game like this, then I can't afford to be switching and going on the defensive any more than I have to. Alright, now we're using Politoed, the Rotom counter. It is max Spadef, but it's more just sponge it. Wow, that Hydro did a lot, considering it's Spadef, so I'm gonna say that it's Scarf Rotom. And now we're gonna Scald just to do damage to Politoed if it switches in, because it's already gonna get Toxicked. Okay, that was definitely better than Toxic. So, with the combination of my bulky Spadef Politoed and my my two Volt Switch immunes in Thundurus and Garchomp, then the Scarf Rotom should be handled. The Tornadus is threatening, but not the worst thing. Breloom's also actually a pain, but you know, Rocks Up for Thundurus kind of sucks. But this, you know, still feels quite doable. I might have to sack. If I can bring down the Politoed and make it so he has one less Pokemon, wow, that does a lot. That is specs. Yeah, if I can bring down the Politoed and then bring the Breloom in, hopefully he's not Scarfed. I can't imagine he's Scarfed. I'm just going to Scald. They don't want to protect as Breloom switches in, so nothing gets done. Yeah, that's good. Don't be Poison Heal. Be Technician. He seems like... Yeah, that's way too much damage. That's Technician. Yeah. Yeah, so... I have to sack... Actually, no, I don't want to let him Swords Dance. So... Oh, wow, that's a lot. That is Bandit as hell. Am I Sash Chomp? Yeah, I'm Sash Chomp. It's not going to do anything. This is tough. I gotta keep... Yeah, okay, I gotta keep, what's his face? I wish I had rocked there. Well, it doesn't really make much of a difference, actually. Yeah, I just didn't want Torn coming in for free. Actually, on the bright side, that means that whatever comes in here is still taking a hit from Chomp. So that actually worked out nicely. I mean, it would have been better to have rocks, for sure. But now it means that if Torn comes in, I'm not in range. And I get a Dragon Claw off on it. Same with Rotom. And that makes it easier for Thundurus and Keldeo to finish the job. And if he's going to leave, then, you know, I'm going to take that. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get something in Gen 4 with this fun team. This very flawed but very fun team. That's the theme of the stuff I added for Gen 4. Uh-oh, okay, I better take that one back and focus all the way. Alright, now we Dragon Claw. Please don't be HP Ice. I mean, Scarf would run HP Ice, but please don't have it. That is strong. That's modest Scarf. Okay, well, we're sacking... Actually, let's hit the damage calc. I gotta imagine I don't want to switch in a sub 100% Keldeo in, you know, to take that Rain Hydro. Yeah, that does way too much. And versus Garchomp, how much... 91. Okay, it's not even necessarily... Yeah, okay, we're definitely taking the... Oh, well, that helps. That did so much. So we got lucky there. God, I misplayed for sure. And now Thundurus should be able to take it home. Or the combination of Thundurus and Keldeo. So then we can keep going. I mean, if Gen 5 is where the games are, then we'll go with Gen 5. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm not worried about the defense boost as much as I am at killing Thunder, but it doesn't run any rock moves, so I don't think he really wants to be doing that. And this Thundurus is stupid levels of, I don't think that if anything, I think that misclick helped him, if it really was one. You know, at this point, I would bulk up again and try to kill the Thundurus. You know, him being at full health makes no difference. It has no bearing on his ability to live a Thunder, which is... Uh-oh. Okay, that might... Well, I don't even know if that's necessarily a problem. I'll just... Okay, well, he just helped himself out a lot there. Or helped me out a lot, because he just lost his boost, and the second game popped up. Well, this one is almost over anyway. Okay, so now 2 more Tailwind turns. So I don't want to take... Alright, this is where the damage calc comes in. Oh, you Acrobatics, Thundurus, what are my EVs? Something absurdly bulky, I'm pretty sure. 225. Yeah, and 24. Gee, why does it do that much? That is bonkers. Now I'm at 63, so 191 HP. Yeah, okay, he's 2 KOing me even through leftovers. Because I would love to stall out the Tailwind turn. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because then, yeah, I wouldn't have. Guaranteed 2 KO through leftovers? I don't know about that given the roll. Something's weird there. Oh, it's still got the flying gem, that's why. So if it was itemless, then yeah, it would not 2 KO me. But even then, I could have subbed, but oh, as for this game, then oh, that's gonna be an annoying matchup. I'll just get up rocks early with Garchomp. So that is a banded Breloom. I refuse to believe it. Oh, it doesn't even KO the thing. Okay. Yeah, great. That was a close one. Alright, if he's going to be like this annoying Breloom set, then I'm fine with that. And I can go to Reuniclus? Yeah, and I mean, I will definitely take that. I'm glad I didn't go to Jirachi like I was considering for half a second. And I can Psychic... Oh, U-turn Gliscor. Wow, that is ancient. Now it puts me into a not so fun position against the T-Tar, because I want to be able to Focus Blast it. I have to imagine he's going to Crunch, so I'm just going to hopefully... Thank God. Alright, we'll take that. Now we see if he's... Well, now we U-turn out, and the Heatran comes in. A Heatran is a pain. I'll see how maybe Latias can get something going because of its Trick Flame Orb. And I'll try to Healing Wish the... If Reuniclus gets a Trick Room off late game, the problem is he has so much Protect. Alright, well he just gave me his Ferrothorn. I mean, he's running a very unconventional team, and by unconventional I mean, you know, Black and White 1, and even then, this was not really a standard style. I mean, it's just the fact that he has Gengar that makes me think Black and White 1. I go for HP Fire there instead of Sunny Day because it means I might crit him and let's deny hazards entirely, and there's no real point in Sunny Daying. So, still have my Balloon, not really thinking that's going to be doing me much help, but, you know, I'll take it. Good news is, well, no, Scarf Chomp is not really threatening because Gliscor is healthy. Alright, there's Heatran. I'm going to Thunderbolt it and hope he is a slower Spadef variant. Yes, we want that, because this makes him a lot worse at handling Reuniclus, because he's going to get chunked really hard. And there's no other... Also, another reason to not Sunny Day. Don't power up Heatran's Lava Plume for no reason. So, yeah, if we manage to chunk this, then this removes his, another Pokemon. Oh, nuts. I think that doesn't kill. I mean, I know there's a burn chance, but... Although, maybe I'm remembering wrong, but... Yeah, okay, it's like a very low percent chance to KO. Alright, well... Here's the problem. He's, in addition... The other Black and White thing he has is, you know, Scarf Tar, which bites to face. So that's the ultimate problem. I might have to go for Trick Room eventually, because the good thing is if I spam Focus Blast here, then T-Tar cannot come in safely. And I either remove T-Tar or I remove Heatran. And if anything else comes in, oh, if he lets me have this, then that's... Fuck! God damn it. Alright, I know that's Focus Blast for you and why I shouldn't be using it, but that's still frustrating. Oh, that's why? Why did he just like, okay, well now I'm going to switch my T-Tar into the Focus Blast. That puzzles me so much. I think he's... Okay, you know what? I'm going to Psychic, because there's no... Yes! There's no way he was going to stay in there. Look at Life Orb. Life Orb Reuniclus is an underrated monster. I mean fully invested Life Orb Reuniclus, not Calm Mind with a Life... Not Calm Mind Recover with a Life Orb. But... Offensively invested, I mean, 383 special attack, that's a beast. So I'm just going to Focus Blast here because he's going to Protect. And now, you know, even if he goes to Gengar, then he still has to switch into the... He still has to get it right again afterwards. And... Is he Protect here? That would be really annoying. I'm going to Focus Blast just because I don't think he's staying in. Thank God. Oh, come on. You're begging for it. Good night. Oh, that's a good feeling. Oh, I love Trick Room Uniclus. I remember one of the earliest teams I used in Black and White, like Black and White 1, fall of 2010, was this team Roscoe made with it. It was a beast. So now I'm going to go to Jirachi just because it's kind of useless and it can tank Gengar hits even if it subs up. I don't know if it's like sub-disable or something, but if he Shadow Balls here, and I'm going to U-turn afterwards, so even if he disables, then I'm fine. And then I have Dual Chop Garchomp to bypass the sub. So even if, yeah, now I'm going to break the sub with U-turn, and even if I don't, then Dual Chop Garchomp will be fine. So, oh, that was a tough matchup. These Black and White 1 style teams, you know, before the influx of Black and White 2 threats and the real proliferation of Alakazam, ugh, nasty. Anyway, so now I want to Dual Chop, but at the same time I don't want to, you know, play... I can't be afraid of missing. It's not time for Outrage yet. Cool. Okay, thank God. Yeah. So, Scarf Chomp is a beast as usual, and now my Latios will clean up really hard. So I'm going to sack Jirachi, go to this. I'm going to call mine on Protect because he's going to scout me. And, you know, even if he decides, all right, I'm just going to stay in Intoxic instead of protecting or switching to Loom on the assumed choice Surf, then I could still get another round with Healing Wish from my second Lottie. So now this is basically, you know, game. So great, and now Breloom dies a gajillion times over, even if it's max F. So wonderful. Wow, off to some great starts today. Wonder how we are doing. You know, I don't see number 1 in our future anytime soon because whoever those number 1s are have a really high rating, but after the last one, then... Oh, that's the other one. The first one. So, before this one, we were 1567 after the second game. The one where I messed up with the Tentacruel at the beginning, but it all worked out fine. So, 1567, so we'll be even higher after that. So, 1567 would be... Alright, so we're about to break into the top 20, so that's nice. Let's see. And if it's working, let's keep going with Black and White. 1575. Okay, so that puts us at number 20 exactly. Alright, well, whatevs. Alright, let's just switch over to Gen 4, see if we can find anything. Well, half an hour already, it's flying by. Alright, if nothing's doing here, then I'll just have to think about the 30 Rock episode that I watched over dinner last night, because that's what I do nowadays with my girlfriend. When we're eating dinner, we throw on 30 Rock, because it's the best. Yesterday, I think we watched the Fun Cooker. What an amazing episode. Highly recommend that show. Oh yeah, I switched over to Advanced without even thinking about it because I wanted to use Volbeat, hell yeah. So, you're probably wondering, what the hell does Volbeat do? Tail Glow Pass. It's really bad. It's not good at all. But it's really... I haven't used it yet, but it's really fun. So, now Metagross, Blissey, so we're going to be facing some bulky stuff. Oh, what's my switch in? Uh-oh, this thing. Alright, come on. It's time to make history. Its EV, its special attack is pathetic. These EVs are so it always OHKOs 0 bulk Skarmory with Thunderbolt. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I have a Calm Mind Celebi to accentuate the... Yeah, so now I can Calm Mind pass some more. And I have bulk on it, so Calm Mind... Actually, I'm going to pass again just to see if he switches to something faster. Okay, or that. Okay, so he's running... Okay, now I think he's running some sort of balanced team. So it's going to be Metagross, Blissey, Snorlax, and then probably Starmie, a fighting type, and then like a filler, like a ground immune, I think, like Salamence or Zapdos. So with that in mind, I'll go to my T-Tar, which has a black belt. And also is holding the item black belt. Anyway, it's got black belt because I want to pressure Blissey. And this thing as well. The extra damage is going to be notable here, as it barely survives because I'm minus SpDef and not minus defense. Ooh, I should have gone for a coverage move there. That was foolish on my part. Well, I'm going to save the T-Tar and go to my Metagross, so that's not what I was expecting, but I'll take it. So Snorlax being down is very good. So I'm going to Psychic in case he gets any ideas about staying in. I don't even have Pursuit, so couldn't have really done anything there. So now I'm going to... well, no, that was a good move because he covered my second Psychic as well. So now I wonder what he's going to do. I'm going to go to Swampert because... oh, wow, that's fast. So I think that's just probably Salic, but that doesn't really make sense because, you know, he's not running a... why else would he run a Magneton physical offense team if... well, now I'm confused because I have no idea. I thought he was running like a new age kind of double block or double special bulky normal type offense thing, but now the Gengar and Milotic are totally incongruous with that, and I really am not sure what to expect. So, and now the Jolly Metagross on top of that. Yeah, I'm very confused. So I'm going to go to Zapdos and just BP, because now normally I would just say, all right, I'll go to Swampert because I don't imagine I'm going to need it very much against this kind of team. But now I'm really not sure, like if he has a Salamence or something last. So I got to be a little more careful. And Zapdos is currently a lot less valuable because of that big Blissey standing in my way. So... alright, well now... oh, that wasn't a very good move. I don't think he's gonna let me get the pass off, so I'm just gonna beat... okay, he's gonna let me get the pass off. How fast is Volbeat? Pretty fast. Alright, well, I mean, let me get another pass off, so that's great. So now I'm going to my... do I have attack EVs on this Swampert? Yeah, I do. No, I'm going to Metagross. Maybe I should have gone to... hey, that works. Alright, now I'm going for HP Fire, because I assume he's going to... yeah, his Metagross is his answer. Wow, that did a ton... oh my god, that's a lot. That's a ton of damage, my god. Alright, he does have a Salamence. Now I feel really good about myself. So I'm glad I kept this T-Tar sack around. Wow, that did a ton. Look at that Volbeat pass go. Alright, Volbeat's not getting another pass off, and T-Tar might still be good offensively, so down goes Volbeat, so I can scout. Alright, it's Physical Mence, so that's good to know. And that also means that Celebi... I mean, he let me get the pass off with both Celebi and Volbeat with Blissey when he had these around, so I'm not really sure about if he's going to even try to cut my Celebi pass off at all. So maybe what I have to do is go to Zapdos here on the Milotic, and then Agility... well, no, if he goes to Blissey, then I can't Agility, and then pass a Celebi, and then pass a Calm Mind. Now, that window is closed. I should have done that earlier against the Metagross. That would have been really nasty, actually. But now, so Blissey's in. So, well, okay, now the move is to BP again and go to Metagross because Milotic... yeah, Zapdos was a less risky double against Salamence in case he decided to do something crazy. But Celebi's a lot more risky. So now I'm going to go to... Celebi needs an agility to function. Yeah, I didn't think this through far enough. I know it's a Volbeat team, but still. Yeah, if I had thought this through further, then I would have been in a better position. So now I'm going to Psychic and just see how I can chunk the Milotic. Well, I guess in theory, depending on the Gengar set, then if I boomed this Milotic, then Swampert might actually be kind of a threat. So I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting far here without it. So I gotta go to Swampert here. Gengar, okay. Yeah, this is an ugly turn. Yeah, I'm running out of steam because my team is not very sound. Well, no, that's not even the problem. The problem is that I didn't think this through far enough. So... I'm going to go to Zapdos. Okay, so he went to Blissey. So that's fine-ish. hopefully he talks. Okay. So now I'm going to sack the... No, I'm going to sack the T-Tar, because Zapdos can still be... Okay, good. Now, I really hope he stays in like he did earlier, and doesn't go to Mence. I guess even if he does go to Mence, then I get to... Even if he does go to Mence, then I would get to go to Swampert, and Swampert is actually a threat to switch into, but he has more Pokemon than me, so he can sack and then, you know, scare me out or something. So I'm going to BP here to Swampert. Hopefully you don't get Toxic. Okay, great. Now I'm going to Focus Punch because I have to imagine he's got a Toxic. Yes, that's wonderful. That's fantastic. Okay, that still did pathetic damage. But now I'm threatening to KO everything on his team with Hydro Pump. So let me check Ice Beam because I don't want to risk it if I don't have to. Standard offensive, Blissey, Ice Beam. Does Ice Beam actually KO? Ice Beam actually KOs. Guaranteed here. So please go to Mence. I mean, ideally I would Hydro Gengar, but I don't think he's going to risk it. But yeah, so now I Hydro Gengar. I mean, it's still going to be... If he booms here, then I'm still in trouble. Actually... Oh, this is tough. Wait, no, I think I got it. Okay, so if he booms here, then I go down, and then Mence finishes me off. But, yeah, if I sack Celebi and then go to this, then... Fuck, why did he just know? Either he outpredicted me or he's just a genius. But, okay, Fuck. Now I feel like a jackass. If he actually had Boom, then he's really smart. Otherwise, I think he just was clicking buttons. Now I feel like a dick. I should have just stayed in. No, I think... Who could... You know, because predicting something like that is just impossible, given his team, which is just not good. And his weird play, because he just let me get the pass off multiple times, so... I mean, it's on me for not punishing his bad team or his bad play. Because they are bad. And I know that some people, as soon as they hear that, will just go, oh, you're just being a salty loser. But I'm not, because I'm acknowledging it. It's my fault. But that doesn't make the team he's using good, or his play good. You know, he had several opportunities to completely ruin my passing, and he just didn't, because he didn't use his Mence. So, yeah, I don't know. I should have been... But when you're playing an opponent like that, and I'm sure people who play on the ladder can identify with this, then you really don't know how good you're... When you can't get a grip on if your opponent's good or not, you have a tougher time figuring out their moveset choices and whatnot. So, yeah. But, I mean, there was some pretty good thinking going on in that game. So, you know what? Positive experience overall. I'm cool with it. And Volbeat, you know. Oh, that burns me up. That was almost surely a win if I just stayed in on the Ice Punch. But, I mean, if he boomed, then I almost definitely lost. So I needed to crit the Mence or para it or something. So, yeah, that was tough. So it was basically, does he have Boom or not? And he's like, you have to assume yes, because, Taunt Wisp on that team makes no sense whatsoever, but... You know, that's the nature of ladder, that, you know, sometimes you are just going to get boned by stuff that wouldn't normally work at a high level. So, here's another fun team. This team has 6 moves that can freeze. Alright, cute quote. What's my move against other T-Tar? Ice Beam, of course. Okay, normally I would never do this, but, you know, we're messing around, having fun. So, alright, he's 4 attacks. I really do want to play this like an RBY game. Good move, but I'm going to freeze now. Just kidding. Now I'm going to get up my... Alright, all 3 of my attacking moves so far are going to be freezes. Oh, he's running that. Not one freeze yet? What is going on? Good move, so he's running some Scarm Jolt stuff. If he's switching Jolt into... Cloy, then it might mean he doesn't have spin. I'm going to get up a Spike anyway, just to ruin any attempts in that direction. So now I'm going to go to Blissey, even though he's probably going to roar. Okay, that's fine. I mean, no, it's not fine, but now I go to Gengar on this, and I T-Bolt, because I believe I lit... Well, no, I won't live a Fire Blast after HP Grass and Sand, but I will definitely chunk him, so that's helpful. I live a Flamethrower easily, because this is Super Spidefgar. So now I'm going to Ice Punch, because I don't want Jolteon Volt Absorbing, and this thing gives me a great opportunity to spin, because I really don't... I think he's got a Venusaur last. And actually that spin puts him into... Oh, I was going to say it puts him into Sand Rage, but it just straight up KOs him. So yeah, I think he's running something like Altina's team from last SPL, which he used against me, actually. I was a big fan of that. So, yeah, this game is looking pretty nice. And now, what's the answer? Well, the answer is to go to T-Tar and to not mess around and to keep spamming Ice because, you know, that's what this team is supposed to do. And, you know, spamming Spin when we get the opportunity. So there's Venusaur, and it's faster. So I'm going to sack T-Tar to the sleep because I'd like that. And now my Wish Jirachi will keep all my guys healthy. Wish Calm Mind Jirachi, a beast of a set that also has the easiest time fitting Ice Punch into its moveset. So, Cloyster, if I can get some... Well, I'm not going to deal with spikes if I don't have to. That's pointless. And now I'm going to spam Ice Beam because nothing on his team wants to eat it. And I get the freeze and he thaws out. Nuts. How disappointing. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a misclick. That was clicked way too quickly. So I'm going to explode now. And Skarm is, you know, not in a good position, but not in a bad position necessarily because he can still come in and get a spike down, but, you know, stuff is threatening to die now. So there's Swampert again. I assume it's just... I'm going to burn it, actually, because I want to do that for my Mono Rachi, because if this Jirachi if he refreshes, then he has no... Yeah, now I'm going to spam the Serene Grace Ice Punch at +1. There we go. That's what this team is supposed to do. Stay frozen. So it's actually a pretty good team, like even besides the Ice Beam spam, or the Ice spam. But look at how much... Look at how annoying it is with that Ice Spam. So even if Moltres comes in, I think I'm just going to stay in and Ice Punch because, yeah, live that, and that's probably the game. Yeah, Jirachi's a beast. So, yeah, you can see how even this, you know, sillier team is potentially really irritating. So, going to Wish Up and throw out the Ice Punch. You know, Venusaur's a pain, but nothing... unmanageable, so that was a good move. You know, now Swampert can actually maybe have a hope, and look what happens when you spam ice moves the whole time. That's the entire point. And now I can spam Seismic Toss easily. I mean, the Swampert isn't threatening me at all. It's more being able to freeze stuff like T-Tar that's the appeal. But yeah, now we just Ice Beam on the Leech Seed, force him to use more Leech Seeds. Oh wow, I forgot. Oh yeah, this is a Modest Blissey. I usually don't use Modest. So, yeah, now Jirachi just wins the game. So, that's great. Very fun. Cool. Alright, so we get our mojo back, baby. Can we get a Gen 4 game? I mean, actually, no, we'll be fair. We'll try Gen 2, because we haven't done that in a while. Although, you know, when you're waiting for queues and you load up... and you go looking for GSC to fill that time, then seems almost like a paradox. Anyway, we'll see RBY, and if it's not... How do you say that word? Like, when people refer to an ability activation, they say it's spelled P-R-O-C. I'm like, what, it's procking? Yeah, I never got that one. Alright, is this a high ranking? Oh, well, great. I think he was expecting my own Chansey to come in, but I'm just going Eggy, and I get to sleep his Chansey, so that's already a fantastic start. I will absolutely take that every time. And I'm gonna let my Starmie sleep because it's Mega Drain Egg. Okay, so we might just end up exploding our eggs on each other, and that tends to happen quite a bit. But he's switching his Jolteon in, so he has to be like Pin Missile, right? Yeah, no way he'd be anything else. So I'm going to T-Wave it now, and if I T-Wave the Jolteon, then that's fantastic. And I don't fear T-Waving the Chansey because it's sleeping. I'll take a T-Waved Exeggutor, absolutely. I'm just going to keep spamming Psychic. Explosion will not KO me, or come anywhere close, actually. So, that's great. And now I'm going to pull the awesome move of Gang... Oh, he went for Blizzard. What a brave soul. I'm going to explode. Go for... What's it called? EQ. Oh, nuts. That would have been fun. Well, now I get to go to Tauros and Body Slam, and now I get to sleep... If I get Exeggutor in on his Snorlax, assuming he sacks the sleeping Chansey, if I get Exeggutor in on his Snorlax... I should have B-slammed. Then I will be able to sleep something else, but that doesn't happen. Now I go to my Chansey. Oh, and I get my Chansey blown up, but that's fine because I still have my own fully healthy Snorlax. So I'll absolutely take that. And I don't know what his last is going to be, so I'm going to Lax. That wasn't the smartest move. I'm actually in a much less solid position than I'd like to be in. Because now Tauros... Now it actually comes down to Tauros shenanigans. Oh, that's not fun. I definitely messed that up. Nuts. Alright, well, go Tauros. I'm going to slam Blizz Beam. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you play RBY like an idiot and not like a smart person. You know, people will like to say, oh, well, RBY is so simple and, you know, how can you... hacks... Blah, blah. But it really does not work like that. So I have to assume here he's going to blow up the... Well, I have 2 booms left. Okay, I'm going to go to Snorlax here because I expect the Chansey. Yeah. So now I'm going to slam and take the Chansey out. And now Tauros again. And now slam again. Because now I can still switch Eggy into the Slowbro. Well, maybe. I don't really have much else of a choice, is the thing. So, there's the crit, and now he's in Hyper Beam range. So, he's going to... Either he switches his Tauros into Hyper Beam and he still have a decent shot. But now it's Tauros time. Now I'm going to go for the Blizzard to give me this freeze chance. And now it's Hyper Beam and GG. Exciting, you know, even if I messed it up a little bit. Dumb fuck. I mean, that was not egregious. Give me a fucking break. I could have played better, but... that was no cause for... That seems... Alright, well, you're a clown. I think I've been over 1,500... Why am I justifying myself to this jackass who's at 1350 and okay. Well, if you ever needed proof that people who play Pokemon have a pretty high chance of being jackasses, then there you go. I'm pretty sure there's video proof of me going well into the 1500. Ugh, I hate this need to justify myself even to clowns like that. I mean, alright. Whatever you say, pal. Not that I couldn't have played it better, but still. Alright, here's a good player. I'm going to go for Toxic, because Snorlax is a pain. And if I Toxic and then Spike, then that's better than Spiking and then Toxic. Oh, he's got a Tentacruel. Oh, no. We're facing some hardcore stall, which also means he's got a good Tentacruel answer. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, he's just SD Tentacruel. Oh, thank God. Cool. I can... Okay, well, you're a jackass. I'm going to get my Spike up. And now I'm going to... Now what do I do? Well, he just decided to stay in, so I'm just going to T-Bolt. I mean, I lost my Cloyster for less reason than I'd have liked to, but he's just like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck my Tentacruel. Don't need this. Alrighty then. Okay, I'll take it. Now I'll go to my own Lax and go for a... No, I'm going to go for a double switch because I think he might go to a Cloyster. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's just... And I'm going to T-Bolt again because I am not risking him. Alright, go to Cloyster, please. Please, please, please. I run Thunderbolt over Thunder on this team just so I... Dick Cloyster's trying to mess me up. And I'm going for a curse here just in case he decides, oh, I'm going to sleep talk again and catch that Raikou double. And yeah, if Cloyster blows up, I can't imagine he's got a Scarm on this team with his gung-ho nature of playing Tentacruel. So Curse Hera would be nice in the late game. That's the general idea. So, and if I can get Cloyster to blow up. So, timer definitely going on. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, that's ladder for you. I mean, look, I play like a jackass on ladder too sometimes. I mean, remember the advanced game where it was tar on tar and I just clicked Ice Beam because lol? Well, in fairness, okay, there's no real unfairness there. I was expecting him to switch, but, you know, you can't expect people on ladder to switch. You know, you have to expect them to stay in at all times. I mean, look at this. Tentacruel, we've got a full health Snorlax, full health Raikou, and he just keeps his Tentacruel in on Raikou. Just because. Alright, well, I'm going to X this C-Tuck clown out now. Now that people know how much of a jackass he is. Ironic, too. Oh, yeah, that's another thing that I saw on 30 Rock last night. I know that's my thing. Guys, you know how fucking good 30 Rock is? And yes, I do know, because it's amazing. Anyway, oh, good, he locked himself into sleep again. Now I get to barrage him with +1 body slams. Para? Anyway, it's the one where John Hamm is the boyfriend, and he doesn't realize how stupid he is. And at the end, he completely misuses the word ironic. Totally hilarious. I know I'm selling it really well. Oh, he does have a fucking Scarm. Okay, well, time to blow this shit the fuck up. Oh, nuts. I should have calced. Bright side, this thing looks... Okay, no, it doesn't really look that good. But, it might do something. Hopefully he just lets the Scarm go here. That would make me really fucking happy. Also, I can get rid of his spikes. That's really cool. With Golem, permanently. And I should maintain mine. And I will be able to get it in. Oh, that was dumb of me. I should have slammed him first. Oh, he's got a fucking... Well, okay, it being a T-Tar means... If this thing fucking surfs, I am out of here. It definitely is surf. Surf Tar is a good set. But yeah, I'm glad I started tweaking around with Golem. That's another video I got to do in the future. The rise of Golem and Jinx in GSC. Separate videos, but yeah. I'm proud to have played a role in that, especially Golem. And it's gotten to the point where, you actually got to fear HP Water from Electrics and even stuff like Surf T-Tar. And Surf Lax on some stall teams even. It's crazy. So, that's one of my prouder Pokemon achievements. It's very ironic. Yeah. Alright, so maybe now he doesn't have Surf. I think there's definitely something to be said for the practice of using your timer to make it look like you don't have a move and then use the move. But yeah, it's a little much. So I'm just going to keep barraging him with Fire Blasts. I can't it's a weird team to have. Yeah, so the Curse Hera dream is out the window because I messed up. But at the same time, he's not switching into these Fire Blasts very well. Unless he's Rest T-Tar, which is very... very feasible, but not the worst thing. No, that would be the worst thing. I don't think I could win. Okay, he's not Rest T-Tar. That's great. That is really great, actually. Okay, now I'm going to start roaring, because I want to roar in things like Raikou, Snorlax, not Tentacruel. I did not want to roar in Tentacruel. Well, on the bright side, my Rest Talk Thunderbolt Raikou is pretty good here, so that's fine. And not having to deal with spikes is just wonderful. And if he starts roaring me around, that's fine. I mean, I'm probably embroiled in this Raikou on Raikou Stall War, but, that's okay with me, because eventually I'm going to get my Golem in. My goal is to, I didn't chip Tentacruel, but my goal is to bring in things like Raikou and T-Tar and wear them down with roars and spikes. It's an underrated way of using spikes, or using roar with spikes, using roar to try and drag in certain things and force chip on them. Because Roar Raikou is known as an offensive weapon, just because it matches up against so many things so well. But I'm talking specifically, trying to drag in certain things and put that chip on them, and then force them to switch out again. it's a lot of fun to do with Pursuit T-Tar. I especially like EQ T-Tar because if you drag Raikou in, then it has to switch out, and you don't just Pursuit it, but you also, oh no, sorry, you don't just roar it some more, but you also Pursuit it. And if you have a fire move, you can do similar tricks against, what's it called? Snorlax, yeah. So he's being careful of letting my Golem in for free, and I'm going to Sleep Talk just in case he goes to Snorlax. Although him being Flamethrower Double Edge means that my Golem completely walls him, barring a Flamethrower burn. And since my Heracross is completely useful, I might even use Heracross against him. So we also want to see what kind of set his Skarmory is. If it's Toxic, if it's Whirlwind, or if it's Rest Talk. That would also be useful to know, so I know how I can play with my Golem. And I don't think I can... I think he's HP Ice Raikou. I don't think I can suss him out being water from his DVs, because Hidden Power in GSC lowers your IVs, or DVs as they're referred to in the first two gens. And so you lose some bulk with HP Water, in terms of, you get lowered HP. But I'm not sure I can really suss that out from these calcs, so... Anyway, I'm going to force him to rest soon, too, and then I'll see if he's Sleep Talk as well, so that's great. So I'm just going to Hidden Power again. Actually, no, I want to go to Golem here, because I don't see him, risking nonsense. And I mean, even if he Hidden Powers, then first of all, I get to really see if he's Ice, because Water won't KO me from full, and then I'll, play it more safely. Although that would still, I'd have to risk it to get back to range where I'm out of T-Tar's attacks. Out of range for T-Tar's attacks, because he's going to be Rock Slide, Pursuit, Fire Blast, Roar. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be spamming Hidden Power some more as I wake up. I think he might go to Lax, or he might rest. I guess there's no real reason to risk it yet. But I would love to get Golem in on a Hidden Power. Or no, I don't want to do that. I want to get him in on a Thunder, or... Thunder would be best case scenario. Actually, he's a little low on Thunder PP, so I don't think he's going to be spamming that. So that makes me more inclined to say T-Bolt in case he goes to Lax. And yeah, okay, yeah, definitely going to be spamming Hidden Power more because of his lower Thunder PP. So I don't know if he's Sleep Talk or what. And now we're going to see, what's he going to go to? Is he going to... I don't think he's going to Sleep Talk, so now we go to Skarm, and now we go back to Golem, because he probably goes back to Raikou, and that's more Spikes damage. Or Tyranitar. Oh, that's wonderful. That's really good. I'm going to EQ just in case. Now we're going to scout out his moveset. Oh, I even forgot we have the Moltres to threaten him with. Right, he's not going to be Rest Talk Toxic, because that's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but actually it would be stupid to lose to it, so we're not going to lose to it. Or we're not going to risk losing to it. Actually, at the same time, he might actually go for his Snorlax here to threaten my Raikou or Moltres. So I might just... Yeah, I kind of want to get a little risky and use Earthquake here. I mean, he also might just burn Sleep turns, but if he's not Sleep Talk, of course. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going Moltres, because even if he goes to Lax, then I'm fine. Yeah. Alright. And now another Fire Blast launched. Tentacruel goes down. Great. That's wonderful. Threat down. Now, is he going to burn Thunder PP, or is he going to keep Hidden Powering? Okay. Now I get to burn Sleep Talk, because he's not going on his Lax at all. There's another Thunder burns. You know what I might do? I might use Heracross to bait him into wasting Thunders. Because my Heracross is completely useless besides its defensive utility. So I really might just do that. Yeah, you know, I'm even going to go for Mega Horn, because that does... Wow, that does a... Oh, I get a crit. Alright, so now I Mega Horn again. And now Skarmory comes in. And now Moltres comes in. And now stuff is really, really scared. I'm going to Sunny Day because I think Lax is coming in. And I don't think T-Tar would come in here. But what I can do if T-Tar does come in is go to... Well, either way. I was going to say either way, no matter whether Snorlax or T-Tar come in, then Golem will come in and then start roaring. And now Raikou with 0 sleep turns and is very vulnerable to being phased in and, you know, taken down by spikes. So then I would be able to eventually force the win that way. Especially if I find out what his Scarm set is. And now that he doesn't have a Tentacruel, because Tentacruel would chase me out hard, but without Tentacruel around, then you know I'm roaring in other stuff like Snorlax and T-Tar that I also scare. So at the same time, Golem's roar would be wearing down Raikou and T-Tar as well. So that would be really good. So I think I had that one. So that was cool. That was a fun one. Golem's awesome. Golem is really fun. Can't seem to get a Gen 4 game. There we go. Alright, so this is my buddy Baihai. Great player. And he is currently number 2 on the ladder. Uh-oh, I think he tilted. Oh, that's Gen 5. I'm not going to timer him because we're pals. But yeah, so now we're number 2 and 3 again. Uh-oh, screens. Ooh, I think I know what he... I have a vague idea of the team that he is using. And I think it's dangerous. But I also think that it's probably fairly prone to... Well, first of all, Uxie can't really hurt Metagross. So I'm just going to burn screen turns. And... Well, the screen turn. This is going to be a fast-paced game, so I don't think burning the screen turns is going to make a huge difference. So I think he's going to go to... I'm just going to EQ because I don't think Zen Headbutt's going to make much of a difference. And the difference could be notable against his own Metagross or a Zapdos. Okay. So now I'm going to my CB Tar... Good lord, that does a lot. And now I'm going for a Banded Stone Edge because this will kill the the Zapdos even through Reflect. So... Oh yeah, this one's not the bulky one. This is the offensive one. So, uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, I got a crit. Oh, that's lucky. Now I don't know if he's sub-Calm Mind or just sub-offensive. Yeah, definitely. Oh, boy. Yeesh, I'm getting some... Well, the good news is that he doesn't have infinite subs, and I resist both moves that sub-Calm Mind Jirachi uses. So both, yeah, that's helpful. And I don't think he's going to be... Yeah, so I get the T-Wave. Oh, that's super good. Okay, yeah, what I'm going to do is instead of losing... I'm going to lose my useless Tar, and now I'm going to go to Metagross, because what I can do is... Yeah, Magnezone can potentially still be useful against Uxie. Like right here. Yeah, I don't know. I think Magnezone has more possibility of being useful than T-Tar, which dies to rocks. So, if I remember his team right, he has a Gliscor. Or an oh, yikes. That's not fun. Okay. Okay, let's do some Calcin. Alright, I am faster than... Let's see... Explosion... No, I'm an Adamant Flygon. So... What I think... Yeah, I definitely go to Bronzong. He might be Swords Dance Imp. Oh, yeah, he's definitely Swords Dance. Ooh, that bites. I mean, I did bullshit his Jirachi fairly hard, so can't complain too much about that one. But that's helpful, because that also lets me know that my... No, now I sack Zone. Because now I know that, now I know that my Zong can still Trick Room on Uxie later. And then maybe CB Knight can go Berserk. Alright, so I'm definitely faster. EQ, will it put him in... Well, Reflect's not wearing off. I just don't want to put him in Torrent. So let's say, yeah, 50... Yeah, this is definitely putting him in Torrent. EQ. So is Explosion, and then I don't have a good finish. So I got a Zen Headbutt here. And not put him into Torrent just yet. Oh, that does a surprising chunk. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that does... Wow, alright, that's a lot. Alright, now I gotta go to my CB Knight, and... That was a lucky impulling... Well, I mean, I totally nonsensed his Jirachi. Not complete... no, I did, so... Can't complain much in that regard. Yeah, the Machamp, that's a threat. Good news is... Well, if he subs, then... No, I gotta hope he doesn't sub, yeah. Alright. Alright, yeah, I think his last is like Gliscor or something, so I gotta just go for the... If he's Custab, then I'm totally boned anyway. Because I don't think there's any way... There's any hope for Flygon here. You know, barring immense nonsense. Well, tight game, but what can you do? That was rough. I shouldn't have Stone Edge with my T-Tar. That was fucking dumb. That Emp was really on something, but... not a big deal. Now, this is fun. This next team is an absolute blast to use. Hopefully we can get a game with it. Actually, no, if we're not getting games immediately, then it's gonna take a while. So we'll just keep searching in different gens. So we'll go with Gen 5. If we can manage it, of course. Maybe I should have been going to screens against offensive threats like that. Is really dangerous when you've got an offensive team. Maybe I should have been going to Zong on the... I don't know. Maybe my T-Tar shouldn't be that fast, actually. Gotta have some bulk. But, yeah. Alright. Now I'm facing Dragmag. I wonder if this has anything to do with that video. But the good news is that there's no rocks removal, so I'm going to be able to... And I have... Actually, no, I'm very good against Dragmag with this team. So I have no issues with... Yeah, I shouldn't have any issues with Dragmag. Especially because my Slowking is bold, so even Mamoswine gets eaten up. Bold with Protect outside of... Okay. Well. I'm just gonna Protect again. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. I should have just gone to Lando. God damn it. Okay, well, I'm going to Pharaoh now, and I'm gonna Gyro. Oh, good. Yeah, okay, that was deserved. Alright, now I'm gonna Spike. Great. And now I'm gonna Slowking, because I should be able to regenerate off pretty much everything. And now Lando. Great. Now I intimidate him behind the sub, so now I'm good to go. So now Protect again. Slack. Great. And now we Scald. Awesome. So now we just Scald again. And again, really. I mean, okay, I'll take the Scarf Slowking, because now... I don't know what he's healing Wishing to, but... Yeah, now, you know, what? He's going to take the Scald, or you know, something else switches into the Scald? My Scarf Latios is going to be destructive here. So he just loses his... Okay, I guess he doesn't lose his Mamo. Loses his Pharaoh, but That is one unpleasant Mamoswine. Alright, Chomp is fine. I mean, I guess, like, Dragon Gem might not be too fun to face. But I still have the Scarf Latios. So even a Salic variant, yeah. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so this team really does match up very well against Dragmag, which is nice. Even the scariest variants of Dragmag are generally very manageable. Okay, that's great. I was going to say if he DDs, then that could be annoying. I mean, I have Intimidate and the Bold Dragon Tail Slowking, but still. There's the Scarf Zone to remove that. There's a Zone, but, I mean, fine, because he doesn't have HP Ice, because he needs HP Fire for Lando, so this game was fairly over anyway. I mean, for all I know, I missed Draco on this Kyurem and proceed to lose everything. But, yeah, I'm just going to Dragon Tail... Or I'm just going to be as safe as possible. Double Intimidate. Toxic. Yeah, Toxic so I can Protect Stall him. Great. So, yeah, didn't have to risk the Draco Meteor. That would have taken some truly horrendous fortune to lose. So, now I'll just go to Breloom, just because Breloom beating Kyurem is funny. Great. So... You know, Black and White has gone very well for us today. Let's see what else we can... Oh, wrong gen. Let's see if we can go with the fun... I love this rain team so much. It's so... You know, it's not what I would call the most solid thing in the world, but it is a lot of fun to use, and that's the important thing. I realize my voice is taking on more of a noir tinge as we go on, and that's because I'm looking out into the... gray skies of Prague at 4:42 p.m. God, it gets dark early around this time of year. I do love fall, though. It is the best. 1574 before. And Gen 5 is... Alright, well, if Gen 4 is not cooperating, then we'll just give the Freeze team another try. Gen 5 is... Oh, we're 1590. That's great. Okay, now, this time we're not going to... what's it called? Is this the guy we played earlier? I don't think so. What's the rating in advance? Yeah, nothing too great. Yeah, we're not going to spam Ice Beam on the first turn this time. And, yeah, so Black and White going quite well. You know, might go back to that one after. Want to get a little higher in Black and White and use the Rain team in Gen 4. So that's what I'd like. Alright, great. Swampert. And now this means if he protects, then I go to Cloyster for free. If there's a switch to something like a Blissey or a Pursuit Tar, then Cloyster's getting him up. Protect. Oh, that's ideal. Ideal as hell. I mean, hopefully it's not a Thunderbolt Blissey, but Cloyster can tank one, I think. Oh yeah, this is my experimentation with max speed Cloyster. I think it's pretty good. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, I don't think this Blissey's going to get boomed on, you know, for free. So I'm going to get another layer of spikes up. There's no way that this Bliss just says, nope, goodbye. Yeah, okay. So now I'm Ice Beaming because I'm expecting a spike or a double switch. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Pursuit with my T-Tar because I want to annoy this Fortress. Great. I used to do this all the time with another team. Alright, I don't know what kind of Fury this is, but... Alright. This risks a Toxic, so that's great. Yeah, I gotta be careful because these kind of Fury teams like to play the long game, and, you know, with Cloyster, then you don't do that. But I managed to Toxic the Swampert, so that's wonderful. Let me have that one, and this is not going to have Refresh, because that would be a very not good set. Because Defensive Swamp, yeah. Alright, so Blissey going down sucks, especially if there's a Gengar left. Well, no, I have, because he's not going to KO me, and I'm going to KO him. And that frees up my T-Tar a lot, so this actually looks pretty good. And yeah, even though I'd have to pretend like I have Fire move on T-Tar, at least temporarily. So, but it's all fine because Doug going down is wonderful. And I don't think I'm going to be able to heal this thing up, but, you know, it depends on what he follows it up with, because my Blissey's faster than Swampert. I'll definitely take losing spikes temporarily to soft boil this thing up. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I guess he could be offensive Swampert, and he could just be looking to focus punch me. But I can't imagine that he's going to be... Yeah, he needs defensive integrity on a 4E Doug team. So this Swampert needs to have Protect. So, yeah, it can't be running Focus Punch there. So, that's great. This game looks like it's going pretty well. So, I mean, I should be fine against the... Yeah, the 4E is annoying, no doubt. But, actually, no, I'm going to go to Gengar. Yeah, do I need to... No, I'm going to the thing. Yeah. Alright, that's great. Because now even if he goes to T-Tar and I escape, then his 4E has gotten worn down from the 2 layers of spikes. And that means that my Gengar will escape the Tar because it's bulky. Alright, cool. And the next time 4E comes in, then it will take a lot of damage, and my Gengar will still have 1 more spin block in it. Okay, I'll definitely take that. I'm not going to stay in because, duh, but yeah, I'm going to go to my Jirachi and wish up, because it's the least risky, and it can pretend like it threatens things. Oh, it's that kind of set. Okay. Well, I mean, most Blissey with Thunderbolt are not Calm Mind, because most Blissey are not Calm Mind, so there's definitely a Gengar last here. So, alright, I guess him being toxic means I have to roar it out with T-Tar. I don't really feel like Calm Mind warring this thing. Wish Calm Mind Blissey. Isn't that something? Well, now I'll go to my T-Tar and roar this thing out. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crunch first, just so he does not think... just because if he's running Wish over Soft Boiled, which should not be done on Calm Mind Blissey, then this means he's going to really struggle. He's not going to be able to heal this Blissey up. So, I'm going to roar it out. Do I want... Yeah, no, he's going to wish up here, and now I'm roaring it. So Blissey is, you know, done. I don't want to heal up the 4E necessarily. I would much prefer to, you know, do something else, like drag in the Gengar. That would be ideal. Or that, you know, that's totally fine. But, you know, I'll take it for sure. So now Blissey has a, you know, Blissey's on the back foot, and... That's what I mean by this team being solid. I mean, yeah, 6 ice moves, but the core is solid. There's spin, there's wish, there's pursuit. So it's just a good facilitator for the spamming of 6 ice moves. So great. That's wonderful. I mean, on a team like this, you could definitely run Flamethrower Blissey to ward off Fortress. You could do a lot of things, like you could run Fire Punch, Wish Calm Mind Jirachi as well. But, you know, at the same time, then the whole point is to spam ice moves, so you could definitely make this more optimal in one way or another by tweaking the moves. But I think it generally gets the job done with this collection of 6 Pokemon. So, do I want a Seismic Toss? Yeah, I don't see where I'm going to get Cloyster in without a sack or a risky move to get up in the other layer. But yeah, I do want to... That's great. That's really good. Yeah. Don't think, you know, in a tough situation like that, he doesn't want to just go on the complete back foot against Gengar. So he had to make a more proactive move. So, that is great. And now the Blissey... I mean, Blissey going down is fantastic. And if he's a Pursuit T-Tar, then there's a good chance he just loses to Jirachi. So the Jirachi sweep is looking imminent as well. So... we're going to start looking for the Rain game, just because I really want to use this Rain team. I mean, alright, so now Blissey's dead, and 4E dies too, because he was at sub 100 HP. So, and now Blissey dies too, so I think we're just playing a more inexperienced player. But there's still some, oh, it's Zapdos last. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, there's still a lot of lessons to be learned, even in situations like this. So, I don't know, maybe he's nervous or something because he's on YouTube. There's a lot of potential explanations. Anyway, I will just see what kind of Zapdos this is. Spit F Rest or offensive. Because Blissey can always just come in, Natural Cure, and soft boiled it off. And that Ice Beam does a lot. Okay, he's offensive, so I'm just going to sack the T-Tar. If he is offensive with Rest, then he's going to rest here. So I get it in safely, and even then, if he attacks, then I just finish off with Gengar and Jirachi, so cool. All right. Come on, Gen 4, let me use this Rain team. That would make me really happy. Gen 5 is looking pretty good. As always, if you're looking for the background music, then it's in a playlist called Background Music on my channel. And I've seen some comments like, I can't find it, and I promise you it's in there. Alright, again. This time we'll see whose army of fun is going to come out on top here. Now, I really hope I outslow this U-turn. Damn it. Because he's got a, so you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use this great weapon at my disposal, which is a Trick Cresselia. I might have... Yeah, scarfing that Uxie will make it easier to deal with later. At the same time, this thing is going to be a pain. Alright, I'm going... No, I just got to spam Hydro Pump. Yeah. I know he's got the Empoleon, but... God damn, that did nothing. That might just be the game, honestly. Jesus Christ, that does zilch. Yikes. Alright. What I gotta do is Rain Dance. Ah, fuck. Yeah, okay, I don't think my team can handle this at all. Actually... It's not completely over, but it's not looking very good. So I gotta... I really wish I had Actually, no, I should have exploded because it gives me more rain turns. And limits his leftovers recovery. So yes, there was a difference there. Oh, nuts. Bright side, I explode on his Empoleon, maybe? Nah. Let me see if... Good news is I get to T-Spike here as he goes for Reflect, and then spam Waterfall and blow it. Yeah, good move. Good news is I get to Calm Mind here, and hopefully he goes to Empoleon and not Latias. Nice. Okay. Well... Alright, well that's helpful. I'm going to protect because every bit of leftovers is helpful, and I don't know if that was a roll or... Because Showdown regularly shows you at less HP than you are at, so... Alright, well now I'm in a really bad spot. Maybe. No, it still looks like a pretty bad spot, honestly. Let's see if he's like Magnet or something. Cause I don't think he was Specs, because that would have 2-KO'd my Tar, but I think he's Magnet or something. So, Suicune, 252 plus 1. Thunderbolt is doing, so at 82, so he's doing 50, he's doing like up to 68. And then even if I protect, then even at +2, he's doing an absolute ton. So yeah, no, I gotta surf, as I can't switch Cresselia into it. Can I somehow PP stall out Thunderbolt? I don't know. But the surf doesn't do anything is the thing, because I'm gonna try and win with my Kingdra in rain. So if I let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Sub, protect. No, yeah, I got a sub. God damn, that does a lot. Yeah, but it makes no difference because I'm trying to win with my Specs Kingdra in rain anyway, so now this thing. Thunder Waves and Rain Dances as as he does not full para. Good. Maximum rain. Now, I would love to surf. Nothing would bring me greater joy. But I don't think it kills Latias. Latias, Hydro, Rain, he's going to be at 54. So yeah, I absolutely have to Hydro. I have to hit 3. There's 1 because Uxie died. No, actually I have to only hit 2. 1 on the Zapdos. And this, come on. Alright, I think that's game because Uxie dies to rocks and I have, and Machamp has no guard, so I can't miss. And, oh, that's a good, that was close. Yeah. Oh, this rain team is a blast. It's very high octane, but yeah, high risk, semi-high reward. I mean, no, the reward is high. It just usually does not outweigh the negatives of losing horribly, but yeah, so that was fun, and we'll try and take it home with some more Gen 5. We'll try and play with the edited version of the ZF Rain team. Play better with it this time. Alright, that's an annoying team to face. That's some old school stuff. It's an annoying team to face, and oh, I have a Keldeo. Good, I was going to say, I wish I had a Keldeo for this, and then I realized I do have one. So, good news is we have 3 Pokemon majorly weak to T-Spikes. So, we're getting those down for sure. That will help a lot, especially against a Hippo. And we're getting both layers down, because that will absolutely help against Hippo. And, oh, nuts. Come on. That's not my favorite crit. But it could be worse. Especially because it looks like he's... I'm going to Keldeo, and... I mean, I have a lot of options on this turn, but... Oh, good. Oh, that's wonderful. Fighting Gem Keldeo is a beast. I was debating going for Hydro to hit Reuniclus, but I have Scizor, so I'm not really worried about that. And I just wanted to, if he decided to stay in Power Whip or something, I just wanted to smack him as hard as possible. So yeah, Fighting Gem Keld's a beast. And yeah, Garchomp is dangerous later. I don't know why he's going to Hippo now, especially because this just lets me Hydro very safely. And if he goes to Pharaoh, then fine, I'm still going to sword that. Or I can even go to Garchomp. Garchomp looks very scary against his team. I mean, so now Rotom goes down, and I'll just sword again. I guess if this is like a long convoluted series of switches to get Sand up and then get Reuniclus in, then that would have been fine, but he doesn't do that. So here comes Garchomp. I'm just going to Icy Wind it because I got to... Garchomp going down makes it easier for my Garchomp and my Thundurus and my... what's it called? Oh, he just barely survives. So now I think I go to... Reuniclus is actually a pain, especially because I don't have... Encore on Politoed, so I'm gonna let Politoed take this hit. As long as I can maintain the Chomp Sash, that would help against the Wreck. At least I spam EQ very easily now. Alright. So I'm going to I mean, Banded Track still has a chance to KO and stuff, but I still have I still have the Scarf Scizor, so actually, I want to go for Scald here. Oh, that's good. That's really good. if I can burn this piece of garbage, that would almost cement a victory. That's fantastic. Alright. Well, the sash is done. I'm gonna go to... Do I want to chomp, or do I want to... I don't need rocks. What I do want is to get Thunderous in. I'm gonna get Thunderous in. Yeah, great. Because its HP isn't really important. It dies to Terrakion, no matter what. But if I can get this... actually, no, I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. There's no point in subbing. Well, no, because if he stays in with Ferrothorn, then I get to attack from behind a sub. Yeah, so it absolutely was the move, and I block a Leech Seed, so that's fantastic. And yes, I do wish I had Nasty Plot now, but I also wish I had Focus Blast in games against most Sand teams, so that's why I have it. Oh yeah, the poison on Terrakion, that helps a ton. That absolutely is amazing. So my Keldeo is dead, so that sucks. So I gotta Thunder Spam the Reuniclus and do a ton to it. Okay, now I'm gonna U-turn. I don't want to risk the Thunder, so I'm gonna U-turn with Scizor. Oh, that's great. That's really great. And get the rain back up. And that, yeah, that's very helpful. Great. Okay, I think this game is more or less donezo. I'm just going to go to Chomp. Yeah, I think we can probably conclude it after this. I'll just get up. I'm just going to Swords Dance just because it... And I can get up rocks. I can afford it to, maximize the odds I have against Terrakion or whatever, so... Okay, that's good. So, yeah, now he's definitely going to die to Scarf Scizor Superpower. And then I will be able to... Special Defensive Hippo proves how much of a beast it is. And yeah, now he's going to have to take Rough Skin. Hopefully he's not Balloon. Oh god, that would be awful. But no, I still have Scizor, so yeah, it's fine. Okay, he's not Balloon. I just clicked Dragon Claw out of Instinct. So there's the CC. I don't want to necessarily lose to the Scarf Terrakion, so I'm going to go to Thunderous first, and if he Stone Edges, then he's not Scarfed, and... I mean, I should probably Bullet Punch anyway. It looks like he's banded. And I'll just BP here, and that is L game. Cool. So that will have boosted us fairly highly on the Black and White ladder. How high was Steve Man here? I remember playing him the other day. He was pretty high up. So here, actually let's check Gen 4 while we wait for the Gen 5 one to update. Oh, we're back up to, I think, almost the exact rank we had before, like 1 point lower, so that's pretty funny. And now Gen 5, is this still updating? Because it probably takes a while. And we're probably going to call it here, because we've been going for a while. This was an enjoyable session. Who knew it was possible? I don't want to push myself too much further. Wait, did I just go... Was I at 1590 before? Yes, I was. Okay, so this is still waiting to update. So, wonder how we're doing in Gen 3. Gen 3 is going to be like in the 14-somethings. Let's just go full-on rank. 1604, great. So, 1450s, 1602, 1450, above 1450 and everything else, so haven't been playing a lot on those, so there's that. But yes, so now we're 1604, so now we are... Hey, that's pretty cool. Should we get one more? Oh, what the hell. We'll come full circle with this. Actually, this team's a little risky, so I don't know how I feel about that. If I really need to scratch this itch, then I'll just go with Gen 3. You know, I'll finish it off with the freeze. Oh, that's a lot of games played. Well, when did this start? March? You know, that makes sense. So, we've got still don't know how GXC works, to be honest with you. I know the general idea, but I don't know what would be considered impressive in terms of GXC. So we'll get, I don't know, Gen 2, 3, 1 to wrap things up. Oh, this was a very good exercise in, taking it easy, just enjoying. I didn't mind this. I'm not going to make any promises on how often I'm going to be doing this again in the future. I could always, I could keep doing this consistently, or I could just, not do it until who knows when, but that has made it more enjoyable to me. Alright, there's the game. Oh, no. Oh, wait, I've got a, what's it called? A Roar T-Tar, so that's very helpful. Alright, so far he's just passing speed. So that's great. Okay. Alright, well, that's just an Agilogros, so I'm not really fearful of that. So I'll just protect in case he wants to boom, and then I'm probably going to switch to Gengar. Just in case he blows up. And even if he, EQs again, then fine. Oh, that's great. He went to Swampert, so... I mean, I do think Ninjask has a legitimate role on, non-cheesy, non-full-out baton pass cheese teams. Like, it's definitely a great Dugtrio Punisher against offensive teams in the late game. That's devastating stuff. And, the instant speed is definitely nasty against stuff like... What's it called? Everything. It's a big advantage over Celebi. As well as being able to pass SD and speed. So, I want to explore it some more myself. So yeah, Mime is out of the way, so now my Roar with T-Tar is hella free. I mean, it already is very free with Roar T-Tar because Mr. Mime is not exactly keen to switch into such a Pokemon. But yeah, I guess we'll just... what's coming in now? I'll just go to Gengar, because actually I want to taunt this. Because I imagine he's going to sub. Great, now he struggles, or we get to see what attack move he has. Taunt only lasts 1 turn in advance, so yeah, see the taunt is already gone, and it doesn't give you a notification message that it's gone. So if you don't pay attention to the HP bar, alright, that's a great feeling. Cool. Alright. Great. I'm just going to Toxic this thing. Wow, that's a big crit. I didn't care for that, but I Toxic'd it, so. Swampert it is. I'll just EQ, because I don't think he's blowing up immediately. Very difficult to pull that trigger against a protecting Swampert and a thing. Okay, now I'm going to Jirachi. Actually, no. No, that was stupid of me. I should have gone to HP ice. I'm ice punching even if it doesn't KO because it makes sure he dies to spikes. So I should have protected and then gone Jirachi. So this is definitely not anywhere close to being in the bag, but if his last start pokes like Mence, then it's great. Especially because Ninjask can't dance anymore. What hidden power was that? That was... Oh, HP flying, I guess. That was not very effective on Tar. That's a funny name, One Shot. Well, everything besides this is slower, but at the same time, Marowak can't KO me, so I'm torn between just double ice punching and... this is not a physically defensive Gengar, it's just got HP. What's my HP investment? Oh, it's less, actually. Is this offensive? No, it's special defensive fast. Okay. So... yeah, I'm just going to Ice Punch twice. It'd be stupid to miss a Will-O-Wisp on this. Uh-oh. Thank God. If that Ancient Power activated, procced, whatever you call it, I would have been really upset. Thank God that did not happen. Alright, well, back to my T-Tar to wall this HP flying thing. I'm just gonna roar just because. No sense in, letting Mence receive the boost or something. So, Swampert takes spikes, great. And now back to, oh, Magneton. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. I'm just gonna crunch it down. Is that HP? Oh, HP Grass, duh. Maybe he's Salic, but he's not breaking through Blissey, so maybe I should have Ice Beamed there. Oh, okay. Well, if you're using Jest Pass, then yeah. Anyway, so now I will win this game as well. Fantastic. And I'm just gonna soft boil just because, just to prove a point. And Blissey taking down Ninjask will bring me great joy. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. And I know I just said the same thing twice. I'm remarkably still not making the dumb moves I usually. There's been a relative lack of that today, which is nice. Usually I'm falling over myself and playing horribly and cursing myself out by the fourth game, but am I finally managing to achieve the zen, relaxed state that we all should when we try to enjoy ourselves in Pokemon? Or is it just the circumstances I have made? Yeah, I really couldn't think of a better word there. That was a disgrace to my usually fluent vocabulary. Wasn't exactly the most appropriate use of the word fluid either. Did I say fluid or fluent? I don't remember. Okay, this is definitely a sign that I should be stopping. So we'll get one more last slash rank in there. Wasn't I 1457 already? Did I just get 1 point for beating this guy? Oh, come on. That's not fair. He's at the 1300. How does that even work? Whatever. It's not important. So, yeah, we had some good laddering today. Black and white especially was fruitful. Haven't had that in months and months. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will catch you... Well, the next video I'm going to make is going to be about the Sandvale vote. And depending on when you're watching this, of course. For all I know, then at the time you personally are watching this, then that video is already out. Anyway, but for those of you who are watching immediately, then that's going to be the next. But yeah, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. Can't wait to see you tune in next time, etc. and so forth. So, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time.